What up, friends? Oh my goodness, I have a frog in my throat again. What up, friends? How are you doing? Well. Hi. I'm sorry. I needed a couple days to process some shit. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Just gonna be honest with you. Just needed a couple of days to process some devastating news. Okay, something I wasn't. And it's not my news, so I can't really share it, but I just wasn't expecting it. And, you know, I'm trying not to, like, this. These were grounds for an ass beating, okay? Nobody's dying or anything like that, but this is grounds for an ass beaten, okay? And, but, it was more like the hurt. It was the hurt for me, okay? It's what I'll say. It was, I don't know how long I was being lied to and that kind of thing. But so I needed a couple extra days to process this because I was not expecting this ever in a million years. Okay, so um, and I'm still working on it. Okay, it's still very much fresh. Okay, and it just hurt me so bad, and I just felt it didn't make me feel good. Okay, so but we're no longer being ass these days, okay? We're different people now, okay? So it was really hard for me. It just took my breath, it just took my breath away, okay? Took my breath away, not in a good way, okay? So, and the way I was told through text message rather than telling me to my face like an adult is what really got me. But I have to remember, okay, because I had to go phone a friend, okay? I had to call a friend I hadn't talked to in what, 20 years. No, no, not that long. I'm being dramatic. 10 years I hadn't talked to, and I had to, and this person told me, okay, I'll tell you who I spoke with. No, I can't tell you who I spoke with because then you're gonna know who it's about. I'm trying to be very, I'm not trying to air out anybody's business, but okay. So I had to speak to somebody who I haven't spoken to in 10 years, okay? And I was reminded of my behavior back then, of how I was, and how it's hard for people to approach me, and how it's hard for people to talk to me sometimes. And that really made me feel bad, because I couldn't imagine being in this. Well, I can't imagine being in a situation where you have to tell somebody something and you're so afraid to tell that person something, and their reaction is why. My reaction is why. So if that makes sense. I can't imagine you have to say this, you have to talk to this person. Like, there's no going around it, because this person's going to either find out, or, you're close to that person, and you have to tell this person. And the only way you know how to tell somebody is through text message. And I think that's what hurt me more, was that I got a text message, and the conversation was open and shut. I didn't get to say anything. I didn't get to put my input in, like nothing. Like, it was open and shut case, and I have no say so in it, when I think I should have some say so in it. And I think that's what hurt me the most. But I have to remember, I'm not the easy. People are always gonna remember me as the person who's not easy to talk to. Nobody. I mean, yes, I've changed a lot, but the fear of me going back to how I was is what scares people. And I know a lot of you people don't know how I was, and you only see me or hear me and see me now, but my words cut very deep, and I can, if I'm mad, like, it's, I used to be very scary, okay? And people are always going to remember that about me, and that's what is kind of like, and I was telling the person I had to call and talk to, I had to tell them, like, I'm not like that. Like, I haven't talked to this person in 10 years, and I'm like, I'm not like that anymore. I'm a completely different person. Have you checked out my YouTube channel? No, I'm just kidding. But I'm like, I'm not like that anymore. And I can even tell, like, I can even read you know, I'm talking on the phone with this person, and they're even being very careful with how they're talking to me. And I'm like, stop talking to me like that. Please just talk to me like normal. I'm not gonna go off. I'm not gonna yell. Like, I'm not gonna do that. But it's so frustrating that I have, but this person did, I could tell they didn't believe me. They're like, yeah, right. That's impossible that you've changed. I was very, I mean, you guys, some people think I'm a lot now. Y'all didn't know me back then, okay? I was, I was a hothead, okay? A hothead. And I used to say some ugly things to people, but only after I was betrayed. I wouldn't go start stuff with people. It was just, that was my reaction to people fucking me over, because I can't believe, like, somebody, it's usually like, because I can't believe people would do those things to me, because I would never do that to you. I would never hurt you like that. I don't go out and intentionally hurt people for no reason. I'm not a shit starter. I don't do that. I've never been like that. Even though I was what I was never the one to start stuff with people for no fucking reason. Okay? I never would ever do that to people. I don't fuck with people like that. I've never been like that. So when people actually betray me, it's like, how dare you do that to me? I would never do that to you, kind of revenge. Like, I would never. But now that you did, okay, now you get to see this. I've always been a very loyal person, and even probably to the wrong people. But that's just how I am. That's just me. That's just my nature. I've always been like that since I was young. Like, that's always just been me, you know? So when people cross the line, like, I would go off, and it's so frustrating because people see the changes, but they're still remember. And I know what my brother feels like. Okay, my brother's a scary ass motherfucker. Okay, and a lot of people remember him from back in the day. My brother has been on the straight and narrow for what, years, years. But until this day, people are still afraid of him from middle school. From middle school. When people find out who my brother is, they're like, that's your brother. Like, they freak out because he's crazy. Like, he's the guy version of me. Like, he really is. Or was. Okay, we have changed a lot. Okay, and even earlier this year, me and my brother, we weren't talking and stuff like that for whatever reason, but we've made amends. And which I thought wasn't gonna happen, because I had never, ever in my life, ever talked to my brother the way I talked to him like that. It was ugly the way I talked to him, but it was a very complex situation. There were a lot of moving parts, and I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of anything that I ever said about anybody on the internet this year, but those were just things that I was going through, and you know, I felt, I should say those things because I felt like I felt that I was able to talk about people like that and say things about people. I felt, because I was betrayed and I was done wrong, so that gave me license to talk shit, and say whatever I want. But that's not how it works. I've talked about this year, How if you ever feel like you've been betrayed, or like if somebody has fucked you over for no fucking reason, there's no need to repeat that cycle. You don't have to. People do whatever they do to you for whatever fucking reason, okay? And it's not my journey to find out, okay? It's not. I don't care. I have a lot of things I've got going on right now. A lot of change is happening for me, okay? Good things, okay? These are good things. Sorry, I'm all just disgusting this morning. I'm sorry. But it's no longer my is I don't want to find things out anymore. If I should know, it's gonna come to me. That's just how it's been working out for me, and that's okay, cool. I don't have to go looking for nothing. It'll come to me, cool. But it wasn't right what I did, okay? And I have to live with that for probably the rest of my life. People fearing me, people not wanting, people afraid to say things to me. But that's what I did to myself, okay? So I can't be mad at anybody else but me. So I don't blame this person for not wanting to tell me, and the way they chose, because they were probably battling with this for weeks, probably, or months. I don't know how long this has been going on. And that was the best way they could tell me, was through text message. Okay, cool, fine, whatever. But like I said, this person that I spoke to from a long time ago had to remind me, and I didn't like that. I didn't like hearing that, because it's like, what am I mean, I've been doing so much work on myself. I know for sure I'm not like that, but nobody else does. It's just kind of wait and see type of deal, but it still gets frustrating. But like I said, now I know what my brother feels like. He's like the coolest guy. Like, you go up to him and say hi to him from a long time ago. People are even afraid to, like, when they see him at the stores, they're afraid to even say hi to him. My brother, they're so afraid of him because he was, that was just, but that was him back then. Were we different? Weren't you you listening to me right now? You, whoever's listening to me, weren't you different when you were younger? Maybe you were quieter. Maybe you didn't talk, or maybe you were louder, or maybe you used to be a thief, or maybe you used to be a womanizer, or a player, or you used to, I don't know, you used to be different, right? We were all like that. Mine was to a different magnitude, okay? So, but one thing for sure is that I have not changed. I'm still a loyal person, okay? I um I don't I'm not a shit starter. Okay? We could say that for sure. All right? But the only difference now is my reaction to things, okay? I'm not It's more hurt now, because now I try to figure out, well, why would somebody want to do that to me? Like, if somebody fucks me over or whatever, I'm like, well, why would they do that to me? And I can understand that maybe, possibly, maybe, I don't know, maybe I may have said something, or maybe I am a very confusing person too. I have learned that too. I'm kind of confusing. Like, I guess because nobody has really met anybody like me. I'm just different like that, and people just don't know how to approach me because I'm not like everybody else. Because I really am not like anybody else. Excuse me. So I have learned that too. But one thing for sure is I am definitely wiser with my words. Like, I try not to hurt anybody. I hear people out, and I wish I would have been given a chance to at least speak my part, in this situation that has come up for me this week. I wish I would have been able to speak. Like, I wasn't even given a chance to say anything. It was like an opening, and they started the conversation and ended it, and didn't give me a chance to say anything. So, That's that's what I just would like to use my voice and say what I want to say, but I wasn't given that chance. So, whatever. Anyways, so that's what I've been going through, and it still hurts, so that's why I'm crying, okay? Um, but I'm just trying to you know, look at the bright side of things and just hope that this isn't the end, like this isn't it, like the end, like I hope that um, this person will reconsider and really think about what they are going to do and not just end it just like that and just, oh, yeah, I'll take care of it later. Don't you know that life is too short? Haven't I been saying that all this year? Life is too short. We always say, oh, later, 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 later. Before you know it, 10 years have gone by. Okay. And that ship has sailed. All right. So, and I only know that because I lived. I lived my life. Okay. So I know how it is. Later sometimes never comes. It never does. Okay. And I just hope this person just lets me at least talk to them. Okay. But I understand. I know. I was a very crazy person back in my day, and that's part of it. That's part of the karma to that. That's part of the consequences to that. To me and my old ways, is people don't want to talk to me. That's cool. I guess I gotta live with it, right? Anyway, so I hope y'all's day is going well. All this bullshit we're dealing with right now, we're gonna go ahead and leave this. So we only have a few more days of this, okay? And our lives are gonna change drastically, okay? All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Goodbye. Bye.